Canta, 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 canta,
Welcome. We are here once again in what I like to call the Rythmia living room of so much love, under the umbrella of our love. And the very first thing that I'm going to do as I introduce this extraordinary couple who actually just got married yesterday. Those are roses from their all-night ceremony that Mitra married them. So actually, you know what? I'd love for you guys to introduce yourselves, and then let's start first from the wedding ceremony, and then we'll track back.
I'm Avril Lang.
Messner.
And Johnny Messner.
Yeah, that's right.
And well, this morning was our wedding.
Yes.
Yeah, after an all-night yahe ceremony.
When I died and was reborn.
Wow.
And Johnny, in the morning, he heard all the birds. He was outside talking to nature, and he heard all the birds calling, and
They were dancing like literally right in front of the Maloka. They were all over singing. I've never seen that there.
Wow.
So he came to get me, to propose to me. I didn't know we were getting married yet. So he's like, I need to take you outside. So he's walking me outside, but I got so nauseous. I had to lie down on the ground in the Maloka with my bucket. And he came down next to me and he asked me to marry him. And he was crying and telling me, so many beautiful things. It was beautiful. And then he said, and now we're going to get married.
Okay, now let me just say they didn't meet this week.
No.
Okay.
We met May 2019.
Mm-hmm.
First week or second?
First week
of May.
At Rythmia.
We drank medicine for the first time together.
Ever,
and our rooms were next door to each other. And we would walk up to the Maloka every night for ceremony as friends. And when I was in the ceremony, I was wearing this ring around my neck as healing for my family lineage. And now I'm wearing it on my finger. But it's my third time here, and Johnny's 7th. So just continuing to grow and blossom our relationship through the medicine. And this has been such a big part of our relationship. Meeting here, coming back here, getting married here.
So the theme of today is magic in the air. And so there is so much magic that your souls, both this week and all the other trips that you've taken, both at Rythmia and outside of Rythmia, the medicine has called the both of you together to do very big things.
Yes.
So let's talk about magic in the air.
I mean, it's everywhere.
Yes.
It really was.
The synchronicities of everything that brought us together, how we had to have we came here to heal our own grief and our own traumas, not thinking at all that we were going to be finding somebody.
Or this is not the place you really come to initially to find somebody. You're not here.
That was the last thing we were ever expecting, but the universe brought us together, and the medicine connected our hearts.
And so I'm curious for all the single people who are watching, did both of you come with the deep soul readiness and desire for manifesting your soulmate?
I wasn't.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we came here to do the work that individually, and I was in so much darkness and trauma that I couldn't even see myself, let alone see anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
So Johnny, you've been through quite a journey. Let's get like a recap of your journey.
My journey
from just life and what brought you to do the medicine.
Shit.
He could write a book if he hasn't already.
I mean, it's a lot, but basically what it is I was adopted, and once I found out, which was like 5, that 5-year-old closed up shop and was never going to allow anybody in on that level, not even my parents or anybody. And so my whole life has basically been, especially with women, that love to have them around, just don't get too close. You know, and then if you get too close, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And then just because lack of self-worth and self-love, that I spiraled into full addiction, and got to a place where it was one step away from death. I think it was pretty close. And I was willing to do anything. And so that's what got me here.
Wow. Thank you. And for you?
My journey that got me here was the loss of my stepfather, who I was very close with. And that grief, I just could not get past it. It was just, it felt like, I needed to heal my heart from that. And then coming here, he was like my teacher. That darkness was also the light, the Rumi poem. The wound is where the
light comes in.
The light comes through. And so that was a big part of it. And coming here in the ceremony, I got to connect with him and hold him and heal that part of myself. And I remember thinking about Johnny in the ceremony and saying, like, I wonder how he's doing. And the medicine telling me, shh, don't worry about that. You two you'll be together.
And this was back in May of 2019.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she knew it before I knew it.
Before we were just, we just met here. It wasn't romantic at all when we were here.
Yeah.
But then when we left, we just kept in contact, and then she came to work in LA, and we met at the mill, and she walked in this beautiful yellow dress, and I was like, oh my God, who is this woman? I didn't even see her really before like that, and then she walked in, I was like, oh no, this is the one.
Yeah, both, right, that moment, it was so clear. He was so bright. He had been here for 2 weeks. So I was with him for the first week, and the second week was with Juanito. And he was just so radiant and bright. And we sat and had coffee, which felt like maybe 15, 20 minutes, but it had been hours. And they're closing up the coffee shop around us. And it was very open and vulnerable and with his heart, and our connection from that point.
And then the medicine now over these last 2 years has been your soulful therapist, right?
That's right.
Like, it has really allowed you, again, to honor your own individual work as it does, and also bring you even closer.
That's right.
Hence them getting married. Can you speak more about how the medicine helps in coupleship?
Well, it's about owning your own stuff. So it was never about being a victim or blame. It was about always being, the medicine would just keep showing up, and she would show me where he was and where we were. And she kept showing our future. Like, we always be like, well, what do you remember what the medicine showed us? Remember what the medicine showed us. And she always would show us that we were together, even through the hard times. When I was like, this is not going to work out. And then we talk about it. And
I'd go back and do medicine.
Yeah.
And I would go back until no matter what, I was going to go back.
Yeah.
So what advice can you give to people who haven't yet showed up to Rythmia? And we really invite you to come. But again, for your own personal vision quest, and then if you're in coupleship, it really does bring such a beautiful synergy of new commitment, right? New soulful commitments. So I'm just like, what advice can you give to people who are hearing, the call to go deeper? Of course, we invite them here, and you're walking now back into the real world. So what advice as a married couple is, on your own journeys and journey together, can you give advice for people who really want to take their relationship to the next level?
Well, the big thing about rythmia is the healing of your heart. And so when we heal our hearts, we're more available to love others. And I think that is a big part of it. It's like to be able to love yourself, to be able to offer that to your partner.
And like Mitra said, when he was doing the ceremony for us, he said, for couples, you have to be able to be vulnerable, and you take their heart into your hands, and they take your heart into your heart to their hands. And you have to be able to stand naked in front of them without all of the other stuff surrounding it, and just be completely bare. And that's what the medicine does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sense of vulnerability.
Spiritually naked. Wow, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're journeying back home.
Mm-hmm.
And what else would you like to share?
I mean, I just know that I came for the medicine to heal me, not having any idea that this person was going to come into my life. And the trust that I have in the medicine has now become unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
And once it becomes unbreakable and you surrender, life just opens up like you have no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, the true unfolding of life, the blessings that are everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so clear after being in the medicine and doing this work.
That really touches my heart, because I know being on staff here is that when people come here, they work with such fear and lack of trust.
Yeah.
And so just that embrace of just surrender, just trust and be guided.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see the physical outcome of the work. And I definitely got to witness the both of you throughout the week, even though I wasn't with you guys last night.
Yeah.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and was like feeling such the energies of the Maloka. And so I too just want to bless your divine union.
Thank you.
And all that you have to give the world now that you are in this new coupleship. Next level for sure, right?
Yeah.
Next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So when do you guys come back to Rythmia?
I'll be back 2 weeks now. Soon.
Yeah, maybe we were talking about New Year's.
Yeah.
Maybe New Year's, but
Beautiful.
possibly before then.
Yeah.
We keep going back to the medicine. It's in our hearts. It's connected us to ourselves and to our ancestors, and it's just the most
spirit.
magical, beautiful experience. Incredible, life-changing.
So the birds were orchestrating a dance for you
were
this morning. They were chirping away.
They were flying around in these, there was 20 of them just right in front, flying in circles around.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I mean, you can't make that up, right? That's wow, what a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So may those feathers of Creator that graced you today with that unconditional love, may it just continue to spread your wings to unlimited vision with each other.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much love to you.
Thank
you so much. So close to my heart.
Thank you.
Well, you see, I'm falling into love with these lovebirds. And come join at Rythmia, whether you're single or you want to, go to the next level with your partner. And Thursday nights is the night to get married. First and foremost to yourself.
That's
right?
Yes.
It's all about self-marriage. So it's really healing the heart and then coming together in such divine communal share. So thank you.
We love
Thank
you.
you.
I love you so much.
Love you.
Aha!